back to Beauty by Rena. So today's video is going to be all about skincare and how I got rid of the majority of my acne. So as some of you may know, one of the most popular videos on my YouTube channel is my skincare routine. 2 years ago, I made a skincare routine video where I showed you all some things that I did to get rid of my acne. In this video, I'm not going to show you my exact skincare routine. I'm going to be dropping a video on my Instagram page, an IGTV video showing you the exact products that I use if you're interested in that. However, in this video, I'm just going to give you a couple of tips that I learned to get rid of my acne and my hyperpigmentation, and I hope that everything that I did works for you as well. One of the first things that I did is try to figure out what my triggers were. Like, what exactly caused my acne to appear? Was it hormonal? Was it because I was using dirty tools like a dirty face brush or dirty pillowcase that I was laying on, dirty makeup brushes? Like, what exactly triggered my acne to appear? Like, was it also allergies that I had, certain foods that I ate that made, you know, acne appear after I ate them? You also have to figure out if you're battling more of cystic acne. Cystic acne is more so under the skin. It's an underlying issue that a lot of people actually face. Or if you have acne that develops above the skin layer, like it's kind of like white, like a whitehead. You also have to go about things differently when it comes to finding out which skincare products are better suited to you as well. Like when it comes to, for instance, when it comes to cystic acne, using acne treatments like dry out lotion may not work as well on cystic acne because those things don't treat underneath the skin. They kind of just sit on the surface layer of the skin. Another thing that I tried to figure out as well was my skin type. I have a combination skin type. There are a bunch of different skin types out there. The way that I figured out my skin type was just monitoring my skin throughout the day. Like when I don't have on any makeup, when I just have on skincare, like how fast does my face get oily, which parts of my face are specifically oily or dry. Once you really figure out your skin, it's best to try to create a routine that is best suited to your issues, not try to follow anyone else's routine. And I'm going to give you a little bit of how I went about creating my own routine. So the basic things that you need to have in your skincare routine is to cleanse your skin, to have a toner. Not really, the toner is not a necessity, but some people do like to use toners. To have some serums, to have a moisturizer. Moisturizer is a must. Eye cream and any other topical things that you would like to apply, like your acne treatments, chemical peels, and skin masks. For me, I like to cleanse twice daily. I find that my skin reacts best when I wash my face twice a day. I wash it once in the morning and once before I go to bed. In the morning time, I use more of a gentle face wash because I find that when I go to sleep, like not much is going on top of my skin. You don't really need a harsh face wash in the morning. But at nighttime, I like to really go in with something that will really get rid of all the oil, impurities, and environmental stress that my skin has endured throughout the day. So I either use a charcoal face wash or I use my Oxy face wash, which is 10% benzoyl peroxide. I love that face wash. I use it. I can really see like my acne going down. It really does target any of the issues that I do have with my acne, and after a couple days of use, they will go away. I don't use it continuously because when I use it continuously, it doesn't work as much, I notice. Like if I use it every single day for the week, it won't work as good as it would the first time using it. So I like to give my skin a break sometimes so that when I do need it, it'll effectively get rid of any of the acne that I need. And another thing with charcoal is also very harsh on the skin, so I don't like to use it as much either. I like interchange between the Oxy and the charcoal face wash every other day. After I finish washing my face off, I like to end it off with a cold rinse. I also realize that my skin does react better when I end off my face wash with a cold rinse, just because it closes all the pores. Toners are specifically made for returning your face's pH balance to normal. Some face washes are now doing that, so you don't necessarily need a toner, but if your face wash isn't known to like return your skin's pH back to normal, then a toner is necessary. Or some people just like to use it because it makes their skin feel better. I like to use it just because I like the way that my skin is once I apply the toner. It's like it provides a base for everything that I'm going to be adding on top of it, so I always use a toner. Some people like to stay away from alcohol and witch hazel, but it's not really good for your skin because it does dry out your skin, and some people say they are irritants and you're not supposed to necessarily use astringents on your face. It's up to you. I'm not too shy when it comes to that. Two of my favorite toners are the Botanics Refreshing Spraying Mist. That one has denatured alcohol in it, which I don't see that much of an issue with it on my skin personally. It might cause an issue on somebody else's skin, but when I use it, my skin is very refreshed. Like when I have any skin irritation and I spray that toner, it balances my skin right away. So I still like to use it. And I also use a Bliss watermelon toner occasionally. That one doesn't have alcohol in it, but it has witch hazel. It's just up to you if you think that you would like to use a toner. Another thing that I like to go in with is eye cream. Now my eyes tend to be very, very dry. Before, I don't know if I brought that up in the previous video, I used to use hydrocortisone to moisturize my face, and I used to put hydrocortisone around my eyes. And as some of you may know, it's very greasy, but no matter how much hydrocortisone I use, my eyes just would always be dry. So I switched from hydrocortisone to using actual eye cream. So the next thing that I think is a must are serums. I think serums are a must in anybody's routine. The serums are what is going to target your exact issue that you are facing, and it's because serums have more concentrated levels of products than other, I guess you could say, like toners, face wash, and moisturizers. Serums is where you're gonna target your exact issue. So for me, my exact issue are acne bumps, and I also have my skin was also very textured, very dry. So one thing that I discovered was hyaluronic acid. I think everybody should use hyaluronic acid. Dry skin, oily skin, whatever. My skin has never been so smooth, so shiny, so glowy, so plump since using hyaluronic acid. Now what hyaluronic acid does is that it traps the moisture in your skin and it prevents it from escaping your skin, and it also adds that moisture in at the same time. Everybody needs to use moisturizer. Whether you have dry skin, oily skin, combo skin, you need to use a moisturizer. If your skin is oily, what it's telling you is that you're not putting enough moisture into your skin, so your skin is overproducing oil to make up for that. If your skin is dry, that means that your skin is not holding in the moisture as well as it needs to, which means you do need to add a moisturizer to create that barrier to keep that moisture in your skin. So regardless if you have dry or oily skin, you need to use a moisturizer. You can use a water cream if you have oily skin. Water creams are the best because they're very lightweight and they still give you that moisture. Or if you have dry skin, you can use something heavier like just a cream, any type of cream you can use on your skin. And I've noticed a difference because I didn't really use a moisturizer before. I was using, as I stated before, hydrocortisone as a moisturizer, and that was not doing a good job. Another thing too, if you have hyperpigmentation, if you are a human being that is breathing, walking, living on this earth, you need to be using SPF. It doesn't matter if you are going at a party in the house, if you're staying in the house, if you need to use SPF, because the sun's radiation affects your skin from all angles. Like the way that this ozone layer is disappearing, you need to make sure you have your SPF on deck, okay? Especially if you have hyperpigmentation, because when you go out in the sun with hyperpigmentation and you don't use SPF, them dark marks are getting darker, honey, darker. So you need to make sure you put your SPF on. Now lastly, what you can add into your routine, which is also like up to you, just depending on your areas of need. If you feel like your serums aren't targeting your acne issues as much or your hyperpigmentation issues as much, you can go into treatments. So there are a couple different treatments. Some people get treatments from their dermatologist, like an acne cream that they put on. I would put that on after I do my toner, right before my serums, because I want that to really soak in. I have an acne treatment that I use, which is called tretinoin, and that's something that I was using in my previous video, and I went back on using it again. I haven't noticed extreme results when I was just using tretinoin. I did add other products in to give it that like extra oomph, because the tretinoin was 0.05% and it was really not working as fastly as I needed it to, or as well as I needed it to, so I added in a couple of other products. With my acne treatment with the tretinoin, I started using chemical peels. Now chemical peels are technically AHAs, BHAs, which range from glycolic acid, lactic acid, salicylic acid. There's also PHAs, which is a new form of a chemical peel. There's a bunch of them out there that are made by a bunch of different brands. My favorite one, which I'm using right now, is by The Ordinary, and it's the AHA 2%, BHA 10%, I think it's called. I use that every week, and ever since I've been using that, my skin has been amazing. And I know a lot of people talk about it on TikTok and things like that, and it seems like an overhyped product, but when you use it right, your skin will thank you for it. The difference between a chemical exfoliant and a physical exfoliant is that a physical exfoliant has beads, and we have all come to learn after the Kylie Skin fiasco that beads, walnut shells, whatever the case may be, is not really good for your skin because they cause microscopic tears in your skin, and it's also not good for the environment because the beads don't ever dissolve. So I don't really use physical exfoliants anymore just because of that. especially if you have active acne on your face, what will happen is that the physical exfoliants will cut open that acne and spread the bacteria all over your face, causing you to have more acne. I don't use physical exfoliants as much unless I don't have any active acne, and if I have a lot of dead skin all over my face, then I will go in with the physical exfoliator. 9 times out of 10 I'm going in with the chemical exfoliator, which is what I was stating before, the ordinary BHA AHA peel. I use that once a week. Now what a chemical exfoliator is that it really goes underneath the skin as opposed to a physical exfoliator. A physical exfoliator exfoliates the top layer of skin. Chemical peel goes underneath the skin and it targets all of your issues. So like if you have oil buildup, gunk in your skin, what it does is it goes underneath the skin and it pushes all of that out and it goes to the surface. Now sometimes you will get active acne after, but it's because it's getting rid of all of those impurities. Normally when I see a lot of acne and my skin is just like acne here, acne there, acne here, like acne all over, I go in with a chemical exfoliator because it means it's something underlying in my skin that's going on and I need to get rid of it and get it out. When you're dealing with hyperpigmentation as well, it can really help with getting rid of all those dark dead skin spots all over your face. So I go in with that once a week. Using the tretinoin and using the chemical peel together worked amazing. There's also another product that I started using in conjunction with the chemical peel and the tretinoin. My skin has been like literally days, the way like it literally works in days. Okay, so I have this product, it's called Nadinola, and then what it is a pigment lightener. Now some people are afraid of it because they think it's going to bleach your skin. It doesn't bleach my skin. I can show you in this video as well. When you use it correctly, it can lighten your dark marks extremely fast. One of the top ingredients in that product is hydroquinone, so you don't have to use Nadinola specifically, but anything with hydroquinone in it, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but anything with that in it will help lighten your dark mark. What I used to try to do was like rub it all over my face like a moisturizer kind of in all the areas that I had the darkness, so on my forehead, on my cheeks, and on my chin, and it wasn't working fast. It wasn't working at all really, so I switched it up. So I started to use my chemical peel more often in conjunction with using the Nadinola, and I would use the Nadinola as a spot corrector. Once I use the Nadinola as a spot corrector, which means I'm literally dotting it on each individual dark spot that I have on my face at nighttime, and I would go to sleep overnight, and then when I wake up in the morning I would have those dark marks be red. They'll be very red, which a lot of people would be concerned, like, oh my god, like the marks are so red, what's going on? The pigment is lightening. Within the next few days, those dark marks were gone. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see on a lot of my makeup tutorials, when I start off, my skin looks crazy. Like the dark marks are all over the place. I have huge pimples all over my face, and that was literally like maybe 2-3 months ago. And now like all the dark marks have pretty much gone off of my skin. There are a little bit left over that I'm trying to get rid of slowly, but the majority of them are gone, and it's literally with the Nadinola. If it wasn't for the Nadinola, I would still have the dark marks sitting on my face looking crazy. Okay, there are also some other things that I use, like spot treatments. There are a couple brands that I use, like Truly has some really good ones. I love the Truly acne patches. There's also Hero. I also use spot treatment like drying lotion. My favorite drying lotion, because the Mario Badescu one, that one is a popular one, doesn't work for me at all. So I started using the Shea Moisture charcoal, activated charcoal one. That one works amazing for me. Like once I'm done with that, I re-up on it real quick, and it's only $10 and it lasts you for a good amount of time. So anytime I have acne, put that right on it and it dries that sucker right out. Same thing with the acne patches. Now lastly, something that a lot of people do just for the fun of it, I always do masks. I do masks either once a week, twice a week, almost every day sometimes. But once my skin starts acting abnormal, even though I'm using the same thing, what I do is that I go in with a face mask. So like if my skin is abnormally dry, I'll go in with a very moisturizing face mask. If I just have a lot of acne out of nowhere, my skin is just showing me that I'm like stressed, or there's a lot of stress going on underneath my skin, I go in with the charcoal mask, or I'll go in with the apple cider vinegar face mask. There's the Indian Aztec healing clay one, mix it with apple cider vinegar. That one is also a really good face mask. Like I said, you just gotta really figure out your skin and what your skin is trying to tell you, and figure out the best product suited to attack that issue at hand. As long as you just pay attention to your skin, the temperaments of your skin, you can figure out what exactly your skin needs and what products are best suited for you. I do a lot of research on the ingredients of the products, but I do a lot of self-research by just focusing on what my skin is telling me that it needs as well. So the combination of the two, doing research of what you're putting on your skin and doing research on your skin in general, will really help you figure out what exactly you need. So that is all the tips that I have for you all today. I really hope I gave you all some knowledge that will help you in your skincare journey. If I had to name my top 5 products out of what I listed today that really have helped with my acne, is the benzoyl peroxide 10%, which is really good. That face wash works really amazing by Oxy. The hyaluronic acid, the Nadinola, definitely the Nadinola, and the chemical peel by The Ordinary, or any brand. Basically any chemical peel by any brand, but The Ordinary one is very affordable and very good as well. The last one would be the acne patches by Truly. I'm still going on with it. I still get pimples, I'm still battling dark marks, I'm still trying to figure out what my skin is trying to tell me. It's an ongoing journey. It's never going to be a straight path. Hopefully we think as we get older we outgrow acne. I'm still waiting for that. I'm 23. I'm still waiting for me to outgrow my acne. It's seeming like it's catching up with me. It's always gonna be there. So for now, I'm just gonna figure out how to deal with it. I hope you all are having a great quarantine. This is actually the best time to try to figure out your skin, because you have nothing to do but learn about yourself. So take the time to learn about your skin, take the time to learn about your hair, take the time to watch my videos as well. I love you all. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for subscribing. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with you with another video. Bye.